In this video, we are going to discuss about different types of equations. There are three general types you can think of. One is conditional equation, another is identity, another is contradiction. Conditional equations are equations that hold true for only specific values of the variable. So let's say, for example, if you have an equation such as x minus 5 is equal to 0. This equation will hold true only if x is equal to 5, because if I plug in x equal to 5 on the left hand side, I get 5 minus 5, which is equal to 0, exactly what I have on the right hand side. So conditional equations are equations that hold true for only specific values. Now identity, on the other hand, is a type of equation that holds true for every value of the x or variable that you are dealing with. For example, if you have 2x is equal to 2x, for simplicity, this is an equation. It will hold true for any value of x. Doesn't matter what the value is. Of course, we are dealing with numbers from the real number line here, so any real number value of x will make this equation true, and this type of equations are called identity. The third kind is contradiction. As the name implies, it doesn't work, it contradicts. So here is an example. If I have 3x plus 1 is equal to 3x minus 7. I can subtract 3x from both sides. Subtract 3x from both sides of this equation. If I do so, these two are going to cancel out on the left, these two are going to cancel out on the right. That tells me 1 is equal to negative 7. But that is incorrect. That's not possible. So that tells me that this original equation 3x plus 1 is equal to 3x minus 7 will never hold true for any value of x, any real number for x. So these types of equations are called contradictions. Now I'm going to give you some examples that will cover all these three categories: the conditional equations, identity, and contradictions. Let's consider the conditional equations. So here is an equation, 3x minus 2 is equal to 7. As you can see, we can simplify it by adding 2 to both sides. That's going to give me 3x is equal to 9. And now if we divide both sides by 3, we get x is equal to 3. Now the given equation, this equation holds true only if I plug in x equal to 3. So if I plug in x equal to 3 on the left hand side, it will evaluate to 7, which is exactly what we have on the right hand side. For any other value of x, this equation will not hold true. So it is a conditional equation. So equations that have solutions, only specific solutions, we call them conditional equations. Now let's talk about identity. Here is an equation I gave you. It looks a bit big, but it's actually an identity. So let's simplify it. So negative 5x on the left hand side plus 1 is equal to, on the right hand side, negative 3x minus 2x is negative 5x. 4 minus 3 is 1 plus 1. Look, left hand side is exactly equal to the right hand side. So this equation, or the original equivalent equation, will hold true for any value of x, any real number for x. If you plug it in for x in this equation, it will be true, meaning left hand side will evaluate to right hand side. So an equations of this type are called identities or identity. The last type we are going to talk about are contradictions. That means the equations that will never hold true. Look at this given equation, negative 4x plus 1 is equal to negative 4x plus 2. I can add 4x to both sides, and that is going to give me the following. Negative 4x, positive 4x are going to cancel out. I'm going to have 1 is equal to Similarly, this and this cancel out on the right hand side. Negative 4x and positive 4x is equal to negative 2. But that is untrue. That is incorrect. That cannot happen. Therefore, the original given equation will not be true for any value of x, any real number for x. So these types of equations are called contradictions. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.